So two things I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about is I wanted to really give you guys two things that I have done to create this successful business, and also kind of get my life, at a point where I feel very blessed and very grateful and very fortunate, and also I'm extremely happy in my life. So I wanted to be able to give you all two things that I've done that have really catapulted manifesting my dream life and this dream business that I have now too.
Welcome to the Boss Ladies Mindset channel, powered by Crown for Success, the largest women's empowerment network for soulful CEOs on social media. We are a coaching business that mentors and motivates women to reach their highest potential in business and mindset mastery. Each one of our episodes will share valuable tips, resources, interviews, and empowering information that will help boss ladies design a life and business they're crazy as fuck about.
So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Wendy Porter, and I am the soul and sass behind Crown for Success and Boss Ladies Mindset. And we are the largest women's empowerment network for soulful CEOs on social media. We are also a coaching business that mentors and motivates women to reach their highest potential in both business and also mindset mastery and self-love. So that's what we do, and that's who we are. I started off in corporate America. I was in corporate America for 15 years. My specialty was going into struggling staffing offices and turning them into profitable multi-million-dollar branches. And while I was very grateful for my job because I was making six figures, it was very stressful. And so about 7 years ago, I went through cancer and really was trying to figure out what my purpose was. What am I here to do? What's my calling? There has to be more to life than just clocking in and clocking out and hardly seeing my three babies. So I have three kids. And so I would work 10, 12 hours a day and get home at 7 o'clock and spend maybe 1 hour with them before they went to sleep at 8 o'clock. So through cancer, I was home for about 4.5 months, recouping from 2 different surgeries, and was really just doing some deep self-discovery work and trying to figure out what I was meant to do and who I'm here to serve. And it was through that time, that soul-searching phase in my life, where I discovered that my passion has always been empowering women. I've always had a love for empowering women. I never understood women who tear each other down. I was heavily bullied in 7th and 8th grade for being kind of the new kid in school and to a new school, and being an overachiever and a cheerleader, and all the girls hated me, but all the guys loved me. So I was that girl. And even through that process, I just never understood why girls hated on each other like that. I always felt like there's enough room for all of us to make it to the finish line. So I've never been intimidated by another woman's success. I've never been intimidated by another woman's beauty. I celebrate those things in her and in you. And I've always been there to uplift women and hold their hand every step of the way. So that's just who I am. Since 7th and 8th grade, that shaped me into being my girlfriend's biggest cheerleaders, and always the go-to person for all their issues and all their problems. And I was like a counselor. I was a coach and didn't even know I was, because I didn't know what coaching was back then. And I definitely wasn't getting paid for it. Today, I run the largest women's empowerment network, and I own a million-dollar business. Actually, it's multi-million now. And I'm getting paid to do what I love and what I've been doing since I can remember, since I was 14, 13 years old. So I took my experience of building these, multi-million-dollar branches in corporate America, and then I took my love and my passion for empowering women, and I combine them together to create a coaching business that helps women become financially independent through entrepreneurship. So I help women build their own dream businesses. So that's what I do. I empower them to open up their own dream businesses and to overcome any fears or self-sabotage or confidence issues that they might be having. So I empower them to do that. So two things I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about is I wanted to really give you guys two things that I have done to create this successful business, and also kind of get my life, at a point where I feel very blessed and very grateful and very fortunate, and also I'm extremely happy in my life. So I wanted to be able to give you all two things that I've done that have really catapulted manifesting my dream life and this dream business that I have now too. So one of the first things that is very powerful is keeping a gratitude journal. And the reason that this is so powerful is because when you are in the space of gratitude, lack thoughts or negative thoughts cannot reside, right? So they can't live here. When you're in the space of gratitude, they can't creep in and they can't live here, okay? And when you are also in the space of gratitude for 10 minutes a day, keeping a gratitude journal, and saying 10 things that you're grateful for, you want to be very specific in what you're grateful for. So not, I'm grateful for my health, but something like, I'm grateful that I was able to get out today and walk for 30 minutes. I'm grateful, I'm grateful for the roof over my head and over my kids' heads, so that we have a warm place to stay. I'm grateful for, the smiles that I saw this morning on my kids' faces. I'm grateful for the joke that my son told at lunch today. So be very specific in the things that you're grateful for. And while you're running those down, or while you're writing those down and you're running them through your head, sit in the emotion of gratitude. So really feel that gratitude. And while you're feeling that gratitude, what that's doing is that's raising your vibrational energy, right? It's raising your vibrational frequency and your energy, and at a higher level. And when you learn to raise your vibrational frequency or energy to a higher level, it's then that the universe is able to deliver all the things for you. It's like a gateway. It's like a door that opens up. Because you are attracted to everything on that same vibrational frequency. So it's like a magnet. So if you're on a vibrational frequency here, then you're attracted to all things that are vibrating at a vibrational frequency there as well. If your vibrational frequency is low and it's down here, then you know how it feels like when it feels like you're getting all the bad luck that's out there. Everything bad is happening to you. Everything's spiraling, and it's one thing after another. And you stubbed your toe when you got out of bed. Then you walked outside and you had a flat tire, and then you fixed the flat tire, and then you're late to work for an hour and your boss gets mad at you. So it's just that low frequency. So when you are vibrating at a lower frequency, all things that are lower down here are attracted to you. So we always are trying to raise our vibrational frequency to be at a higher level, so that those things that we want to attract into our lives it's an open door for us to attract them. Okay. So one of the fastest ways to increase our vibrational frequency, and it's one of the most powerful ways to do that, is through a gratitude journal. Just 10-15 minutes a day at the end of the day or the beginning of the day, just writing down what you're grateful for, but not just writing it down, really feeling it. Okay. And feeling that gratitude so that it increases your vibrational frequency. So that's one of the ways. And imagine, if you're not doing that at all right now, imagine just adding 10 to 15 minutes a day in your space and time where you're increasing your vibrational frequency for those 15 minutes extra every single day, over an entire week, over an entire month, over an entire year. Imagine like the miracles that could be attracted to you during that time, right? Because that's a lot of time. 15 minutes over 365 days is a lot of time to be vibrating at a higher frequency. Okay. So even though it's small each day, when you add it up, it is a lot of time where you are now vibrating at a different frequency level. And this is why gratitude journals are so powerful. But the key to keeping a gratitude journal is not just writing it down, it's being specific in what you write down, and it's also feeling the gratitude as you're writing it down. Okay, so those are two key components to keeping a gratitude journal. So that's one of the ways that I really started changing my mindset and changing my life. 10 years ago when I started keeping a gratitude journal, I noticed a very noticeable shift in the things that were happening to me and the things that were happening for me during that time, and it continued to happen for me. So keeping a gratitude journal is number one. The second thing that I feel is a life changer for me were affirmations, but not just affirmations like I am beautiful or I am loved or I am whatever it is. But affirmations that are believable to you, because there are some of us who struggle with all kinds of different things mindset wise. And the secret for affirmations to be successful, and why I've heard so many people say, well, I've been saying affirmations and they just don't work. I write them all over my mirror and they don't work. I'm a millionaire. I have a perfect man. I'm this, I'm that, and they just don't work. Well, number one is because a lot of times we're not specific enough in our affirmations. But also, number two, sometimes our affirmations are just too grandiose and they're just not believable to us. And so when we say them, they even feel kind of cringeworthy, right? They're kind of like, ugh, yeah, no. I'm a millionaire? No, not yet. I'm barely making ends meet right now. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So your subconsciousness can't absorb that as truth. And until your subconsciousness can absorb that as truth, then it's going to be very hard to manifest that into reality, okay? Because that's part of manifestation, is having your subconsciousness absorb it as truth, because then it starts to work in your favor to create that life, right? It starts to create, your reality, your subconscious does, and your thoughts. So the key is to make sure that your affirmations are believable to you and not cringeworthy when you say them. So if you feel like you want to cringe when you say it, it's probably too big of a affirmation, right? And so just lower it down a little bit. Instead of saying I'm a millionaire, you can say, you know what? I make ends meet every single month. You can start with that. I make ends meet every single month. And then once, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're in debt right now, I make ends meet every single month is huge, right? Because you're going from not being able to make ends meet to making ends meet every single month. And you're not putting a number on it that's unbelievable to you. So the next step would be, okay, now that I've absorbed that subconsciously, and I've been saying that for a while, I make enough money to make ends meet and have enough money to put away in savings. And you don't ever even have to put a number behind it if you don't want to. If numbers scare you, or if numbers are too much for you to take in and absorb, don't put a number behind it. Just put a saying behind it. So I make ends meet and I save money every single month. Then if you want to, after you've absorbed that, and you want to say, you know what, I make $10,000 a month in my business, or I make $5,000 a month in my business, or I make $15,000 a month in my business, or I make $25,000 a month in my business. Whatever feels believable to you, whatever feels like I could take that in and I can do that. I'm capable of that. There's a way I can get to that. And that becomes your affirmation, because then the subconsciousness can absorb it as truth and start to shift things in your life to make it reality. Okay, so those are the two things that I did that were, I think, the most powerful ways that I shifted my mindset around success and building this dream life and this dream business that I've created. So I want you guys to take that information, play with it this week, let me know how it's going. And I'll be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do, so on Mondays, I'm going to try to do more manifesting mindset Mondays. On Tuesdays, I'll do probably business talk Tuesdays, so that way I can talk to you more about business if you have business, or if you are looking to open up a business. I'll be giving some great trainings around that too. So feel free to invite anybody who you think could benefit from these trainings every single week. Invite them over. And let me know, and then we can even do a Q&A Wednesday where you can ask me, questions every single Wednesday, and I'll spend some time on here answering any questions. But I will be here live Monday through Friday. We do have, if you are interested in manifesting, and manifesting is your jam, like it is mine, and you want to learn how to manifest on a deeper level, we do have a membership. Right now you can get in for just $1, and we're only holding that special, I think, for the next few days, and then it goes up to $33 a month, I believe, or $22 a month. I think it's $33 a month. So if you're interested in more information about that membership, where I'll be training in there every single month, and then I also have a manifesting guru in there who's training every single month as well. We have workbooks in there, so we have tons of value in there, and it's just $1 to join right now, and then it's $33 per month. So tomorrow's training is going to be all about business. So business building, if you are trying to build a business or if you have a business right now and you want to grow it, you definitely want to tune in with me tomorrow. Okay, ladies? Have a wonderful evening. I appreciate every single one of you. I know time is the most precious commodity that we all have, so I don't take it lightly that you spent these last 20, 30 minutes with me. I love you and I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Boss Ladies Mindset channel powered by Crown for Success. Please tune in next week for another episode, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at RVP Queens, at The Girl Gang Confidential, at Crown for Success, at Strong Women Are Beautiful, and of course at Boss Ladies Mindset.